Hello everyone, it's Cax101 AJ here, and I want to talk about something really serious about Animal Jam's doings and why Animal Jam really needs to stop doing this. And I mean really. So we all know headdresses were removed from games since 2012. We know the reasons, such and such. And if some of y'all don't really know, it's because they were used improperly. Some people were offended and such and such. But besides the point, we know Animal Jam's post about the Scottish Fold bundle. And yes, you may see like, oh yeah, it's totally fine and everything, but it's really not. And thank you to AilenJenna for letting me talk about this and posting her Instagram onto my channel. So go check her out. But besides that, some of her photos here, you can see like what it says, what she's talking about. She knows what she's talking about because she's Irish and Scottish. And she's 0.17 of the world's population with the gene of blue eyes and red hair. And where does that lead to? Ireland and Scotland. The question is, what is the question? Well, what is cultural appropriation? Well, the Google's definition is cultural appropriation is the adoption of an element or elements of one of the cultural or identity by members of another culture or identity. This can be controversial when members of a dominant culture appropriate from minority cultures. But again, if you don't know what it means, in this sense, appropriation involves a lack of understanding of appreciation for the historical context that influences the act of what is being taken. For example, taking a sacred object from a cultural and producing it as a part of a Halloween costume, basically making money from this cultural, I don't know, let's just say headdresses, right? And they sold it as a Halloween costume, right? They're making profit off of that cultural thing, which is what Animal Jam is doing here, which isn't the right doing. We all know headdresses were removed because of how people were offended. Well, here we go again. Animal Jam is doing that once again, but with a different culture, which is disappointing, right? Yeah. Also, in this post, Animal Jam Play Wild decided to celebrate their 6th birthday by realizing a Scottish Fold bundle, a type of cat that originates from the Scotland. This being odd as it is not the problem itself. Okay, we get that. It is not the only lack of understanding and misinformation of the culture they are putting on the display, but it's the way they're profiting off the culture. She isn't wrong. They are profiting off the culture and they're trying to make money because of it. There's many ways to make money besides just make, you know, a culture bundle, A lot of people can get really offended by this, but not many people can stay out about this since they don't have a big platform as me or someone else, as we know. And one of the obvious things that she has pointed out is the cultural appropriation. The Irish, not Scottish. This is Irish. And they mistaken it for being Scottish. They didn't do their proper research. Animal Jam, you need research. Research, research, research. So the Carlunigan cross and poorly drawn one as well. As an Irish and Scottish woman, I noticed it right away. It is a cherished and important part of the Irish culture, not Scottish, Irish. They've messed it up so much. It's disappointing. And it's also known as the Irish Christian Cross. You can literally Google it up, which is what it says here. And they're literally like showing it off, and they put it on a public post, and it was drawn so poorly. They couldn't even draw it correctly, which is disappointing. And also in this post, we will be talking about the popular bagpipes, or known as the war pipes, or also known as the Highland pipes. And where are they from again? Ireland, okay? And Ireland and Scotland are two different countries. And they're saying Scottish is the one to get these bagpipes as the. This is just crazy. And it's very disrespectful to claim something for one group that it actually doesn't belong to. Honestly, I agree. Let's just say the headdresses weren't native. Let's just say it was a full on different culture. People would have been offended by it because they've misdone their research. Because they don't do their research. As you see, they haven't made any research about it. And she talks about the bundle of the name and such, which I'm not going to read to you guys, but if you want to read it, go to her post. There's more to read there instead of here. I know, but I can't make it a long video. But in her point of view, because of this, I am no longer playing Animal Jam unless it is using for Sapphires for Animal Jam Classic, unless they remove the set altogether, which I doubt they would, but add them in the comments, I guess. Honestly, I would definitely add them out in the comments because this isn't right. They added a full on other culture to play Wild whenever they made their first mistake to Classic, and they haven't fully removed it from the game but still allowed it to be in the game. But were removed from actually being able to regain the item again. But they decide to make the second mistake, but made it much worse for their whole job and everything. Like, they did no research. They're trying to get money off of this Scottish bundle. Well, not really Scottish at all. It's both Scottish and Irish. And they've misdone their research, which isn't good. Also, if you can't do something right, then don't do it at all. But if you want to make it right and make it facts, then actually make it right. Don't make it like not mixed cultures. That's just very offensive to some people. For me, I am Russian. I am not Scottish or Irish. But I do feel like it is offensive. And if they added something Russian and mixed it up with something completely different, I would be definitely so disappointed. Because as a Russian player, I don't want to see this crap that Animal Jam is putting into the game. They It's not a good way to make money. I'm sorry, Animal Jam, it's really not. But anyways, I hope everyone enjoyed this video. If not, that's okay. I will definitely be posting better videos than this in the future. But thank you all for joining in and tuning in. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope I get to see you guys next time. Bye everyone.